Hello and welcome. Why don't you settle in for a moment as we dive into a story that isn't just about technology, but about teamwork, about facing huge challenges, and about a whole new way of collaborating that's really changing how we solve problems.
You know that feeling, right? When you're just totally overwhelmed, standing in front of a mountain of a problem with absolutely no idea how to even start climbing? It's a feeling we've all had, and that's exactly where our story kicks off today.
So let's start with our main character, Ryan. Now, Ryan is a really sharp guy, but he is up against the challenge of a lifetime.
I mean, just picture it. He's surrounded by charts, endless spreadsheets, reports, and the more he stares at it all, the more it just swirls into this unsolvable mess. The weight of this project is just crushing him, and he feels like he's carrying it all on his own.
He tried everything he could think of, Looked at it from every possible angle, tried every strategy in the book, but with every attempt, he just felt more lost. That little flicker of hope for a solution, it was really starting to dim.
But you know how it is. Sometimes, just when things feel the most hopeless, that's when a real change starts to happen. A new kind of help was on the way, getting ready to be assembled.
See, what he didn't know was that he wasn't really alone at all. Behind the scenes, a digital team was powering up. And these weren't just lines of code. Think of them more like a crew of specialists, AI agents, each with its own unique talent, designed to work together and solve the impossible.
First up, you have the Scout. This is the team's eyes and ears. Its whole job is to be out there constantly scanning the world for new information. News feeds, market changes, anything and everything that could be relevant to the mission.
Now, all that raw data flows to the brain. This is the team's analyst, the deep thinker. It just sifts through everything the Scout finds, looking for those hidden patterns and connections that nobody else can see. It's the one that figures out the why behind all the data.
But patterns don't mean much without context, right? And that's where the memory comes in. This is the team's historian. It has perfect recall of every single past detail, every document, making sure that every decision is made with the full picture in mind.
Okay, so now we have the insights and the history. This brings us to the planner, the team's strategist. It takes everything from the brain and the memory and cooks up a step-by-step action plan, breaking that huge, impossible goal into small, manageable tasks.
A plan is great, but you need action. And that's where the fixer steps in. This is the doer, the executor. It takes the plan and just gets things done. It automates processes, runs the numbers, whatever it takes to move forward. And finally, tying this whole operation together, you've got the messenger. Think of it as the team's nervous system. It makes sure information flows perfectly between every other agent, so everyone is always on the same page, always perfectly in sync.
So, with the team assembled, the real magic starts. This isn't just a random collection of tools. It's like a perfectly coordinated orchestra, and it's ready to play.
And you can see how beautifully this all flows. The Scout finds something new. Instantly, the messenger zips it over to the team. The brain and memory analyze it together to figure out what it means. The planner tweaks the strategy in real time, and the fixer immediately gets to work on the very next step. It's this constant, seamless cycle of progress.
And you know what's amazing? There was no ego, no arguments. Nobody got tired or needed a coffee break. It was just pure, efficient collaboration. Every single member doing its job perfectly, all united by one goal: helping Ryan solve his problem.
And so, that symphony of agents, it reached its incredible finale. And for Ryan, the result was nothing short of life-changing.
Remember Ryan, totally lost in that maze of data? Well, this digital team changed absolutely everything. That feeling of being overwhelmed, it was replaced by this incredible sense of empowerment. All that confusion, it just melted away into crystal clarity. And being stuck, that transformed into successful forward motion.
With the help of his new team, Ryan could finally see the answer. That complicated, tangled mess of information had been woven into a simple, beautiful solution. The project wasn't just finished, it was a huge success.
So, what can we all learn from Ryan and his incredible digital team? This story is about so much more than just technology. It really carries a powerful lesson with it.
Each one of those agents was powerful on its own, for sure, but their true strength, their magic, was only unlocked when they worked together. Individually, they're just intelligent tools, but together they become a transformative team. The whole was so much greater than the sum of its parts.
So what does Ryan's story really teach us? Well,
It's a reminder that the biggest challenges, they're best faced as a team. That when you combine different skills, you create something so much stronger. And that great communication is the glue that holds everything together. And maybe, just maybe, it shows us that these new digital agents can be really powerful partners on our journey.
And that's a really hopeful way to look at the future, isn't it? A future where our own creativity is supercharged by the power of digital collaboration, letting us take on challenges we never ever thought were possible.
And so, that leaves us with one final thought for you to carry with you. Just imagine having a team like that by your side. Think about the biggest challenge you're facing right now. What could you achieve? What impossible problem could you and your digital team solve together?